Alright, today on Repairs 101, it's the How to Make Your Beater Sweeter series finale. This episode of Repairs 101 is sponsored by Princess Auto. Did I tell you my new snow tires finally arrived? About a week after this happened. But it turned out to be great news for my friend Jen, because she needed a cheap, reliable vehicle to get her to her new job in a remote location this summer. And so I sold her the Ranger. One thing that really bugged me was this filthy glove box. I imagine more than one coffee's been spilled in there. The dog seems impressed. This gull wing box came with the truck, but it came without any keys, so I had to break into it, and I cleaned it out for her and mounted it securely. This plywood was so thirsty you can hardly even tell I put this stain on it anymore. I decided to try my hand at paintless dent removal one more time on this scar along the starboard side. You know, I picked up this truck and put it back down again several times. I want to remind you to never use a jack alone. Always have an axle stand ready. I lubricated the steering system for her. I recommend that you use moly or lithium grease on steering components. Have a look at my videos on reliable crimp connections and making battery cables. I'll put the links in the description below. Here's a pro tip for you. Flip the collar over to add greater force on the connection than was done on the ground wire on the right. One morning I got up and I changed the drive belts for the alternator and the power steering pump. But, I was working alone and in a bit of a hurry, so I didn't really get any good footage. Okay, I didn't get any at all. Oh man, trying to get this fuel filter installed has been a thorn in my paw for quite some time now.
Ugh. Did he get that shot?
Yes.
I wanted to take care of it last year, but I got quite sick with a bacterial infection and was weak as a kitten after I got out of the hospital. And then, once I recovered, I blew out my knee and I wasn't able to do what I considered to be normal activity for almost 6 more months.
I'm not left-handed, by the way. Just in case you were wondering. Okay. That's pretty much how it goes on. This hose clamp is in the middle of the frame? Okay.
That's what we want.
Can you see this clip down here?
Yes.
Can you see this clip up here?
Yes.
Because I sold this truck to a friend, I felt compelled to change the starter motor. Although it was operating normally, to look at it, I think I'd just feel terrible if she got stranded because it wouldn't start. But quite honestly, if I sold it to you, well, it would have been caveat emptor. The starter motor engages the ring gear. If you hit the key while the engine is already running, you may severely damage the ring gear, which is a very costly repair for anyone because you have to pull the motor. Fuel filter I just put in. And there's the new starter I just put in. I got this 99-cent turkey baster to remove the old brake fluid from the master cylinder. Then I sprayed it down with brake clean and I wiped it off before refilling it with fresh .3 fluid. I was really glad after I flushed the brake lines because the fluid was full of air. Oh, and I learned not to use a glass recovery jar.
Give me 5. 1, 2.
I always preferred the two-person method to pumping brakes.
Okay, pump.
It's quick and effective.
Okay, release.
If anyone has any suggestions as to what might be done about this engine's hunting when it's cold, please leave me a comment in the section below. I did a full tune-up, I changed the map sensor, I cleaned the throttle body, I cleaned out the PCV valve and the breather element. I just don't know what to do. I like to be thought of as someone who takes care of his friends, so I put together this road repairs tool bag for her with some help from my friends at Princess Auto. It's not everything she's going to need, but it's a start.